Welcome to class. We'll do a full body stretch today. I'd recommend having 2 blocks or 2 books. You can use these for a couple poses we'll do. So we'll start setting up here and placing your elbows on the blocks. Take your palms together, thumbs back in between your shoulder blades. Keep the hips nice and high here. Stretching into the armpits, triceps, and the backside body. If you don't have blocks, you can also do this with the elbows on the floor. Come to a height on the blocks or whatever you're using that's appropriate. We don't want to push too far into the shoulders, cause any discomfort in that way. Take some long, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose here. Keep feeling the stretch happening in the armpits, backside body. A few more breaths here. We'll slowly start to make our way off of the blocks, back up. Set the hips back on the heels. Maybe drop the chin toward the chest. Breathe in and out, coming into a neutral place. Take any movement that feels good, the head and the neck. Still pausing the space between the poses. And from here, we'll start to set up for a lizard lunge. So you can use the blocks here if you'd like to. You don't have to use them. And we'll step the right foot forward. Drop the hands on the inside of the right foot. Trying to keep your back nice and flat throughout this whole time. And then when you're ready, you can start to drop your hands, maybe coming down to the forearms, but taking your time. I want to keep the back nice and flat here still. Can always come out of anything that doesn't feel good. If it feels okay, maybe rolling onto the right pinky toe to open up the inner thigh a little more. Seeing if you can relax a little more as the time goes by. Keep breathing deeply. Working to make yourself comfortable. And we'll begin to slowly start to come out of this. Take your time. Wiggle out the hips if that feels good. Take big or small circles. Come back to sitting the hips back on the heels. Coming into a little bit of neutral space before we move on to the other side. And then you can begin to take the left foot forward, walk the right knee behind you, setting up for lizard lunge on this side, hands on the inside of the foot. Notice the difference between this side and the other side. Again, start to just notice how your body is feeling, making at any time any adjustments that need to be made, backing out, or even going a little deeper. Resting on the palms, the forearms, blocks, all the way on the ground. Opening out the foot so you're on the pinky toe even. Just trying to think of this as stamina. You're building your flexibility stamina here. For me anyways, this is probably one of the hardest poses. It's a lot going on that you're feeling. The hip flexor, hips, even the shoulders. Take some deep breaths. You're nearly there. Focus on the breath. And gently begin to make your way back up. Come back through tabletop. Circle the hips. Once again, sit the hips back on the heels. Come into neutral. Breathe. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe a little more relaxed. If not, that's okay. Just breathe. Notice if you're trying to rush things, if you're wanting to quickly move on to the next thing. And from here, we'll make our way all the way down to our belly to set up for Sphinx pose. So an option today, you can be on your forearms the whole time, having the elbows under the shoulders. Getting a nice bend in the back, relax the neck, the head. And the option that I'll do today, my shoulders are feeling tired. I'll rest my chin in my hands like a little kid watching TV. Just a more restorative way to practice this. You're still getting all the benefits of the back bend. That doesn't change. You're just offering yourself a little bit of support. It's important to keep this curve in the spine, especially as we start aging. Again, notice if you're trying to rush the time along, if you're ready to move on, just try to be in the moment here, your breath and your body. This is the most important thing that you need to do right now. How can you relax a little more? What can you let go of? Stress from the day, tense situation, stress from other parts of your life. Just let it go. Keep hanging on. You're nearly there. And slowly start to release the forehead down to the ground. Coming into a neutral spine here. Maybe windshield wipe the feet from side to side. Take a moment to pause. And then come all the way down to your back. Again, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Begin to come into happy baby, grabbing for the outer blades of the feet. Knees on the outside of the rib cage if you can get them there. Keep sending the tailbone down. Maybe extend one leg and the other, or take any other movements that feel good here in this happy baby. And begin to grab onto the kneecaps, gently massage the spine on the ground. And I'm going to take a block under my hips to elevate them. You can also do this without the block. Coming into a bridge pose. It's nice though if you have something, a block or a pillow to place under sacrum. You can extend one leg in front of you, the other if that feels okay. Or just be in this supported bridge. And then extend the legs up toward the sky. Coming into waterfall pose. You can point and flex the feet. Even extend the arms up, taking circles with the wrists. And then eventually make your way back down. Letting the knees knock in together for a second. And then coming into your final rest, Shavasana, extending the legs in front of you. Arms by the sides. Take a few deep breaths here. Notice how you're feeling. And take a second to rest. Stay here for as long as you can. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, namaste.